I think it works.
Is it working?
Yeah, I think we're live. I hope.
If now we're talking to ourselves.
I mean, honestly, Caleb and I have a lot of experience talking to ourselves the last couple of weeks. So, and I mean, Caleb's been just, I don't know, just so freaking busy with, I've been so busy with his schoolwork that he's probably just happy to see other people.
School and building Legos. Don't knock his hobbies.
All right.
It doesn't seem like the YouTube's live.
Yeah, it is. It showed it to me.
It says scheduled for 9:24, but it's not like playing. At least not for me.
Uh-huh.
That's live.
Yeah.
Yep.
You would think that we've done this before, but the funny thing is that I've mentioned this a couple times that we changed our platform over just to try something different because the platform we were using is getting more and more expensive, and there just aren't any adding any features. So figure we try this new one out. This is the first time we've actually done a live stream with it. I've recorded a couple podcasts with it, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm supposed to still see chat, so if you guys are out there, obviously say hello. We are drinking coffee instead of bourbon this morning. EBD's over here. He's got a Coke. Yeah. And we're in a pretty decent Airbnb. I gotta say that I was a little worried because this one was about half the price of basically every other Airbnb we saw. But I want to say that this isn't the worst Airbnb I've stayed in.
Well, I've stayed in worse for sure.
Was it that first one that we stayed in for Keeneland?
That was one I was thinking.
was pretty weird.
When you and I slept in like the attic,
yeah,
where they had like a bunch of little like twin beds in a room.
Yep. Yeah, that was kind of creepy. I was like, I had no idea what the heck was going on with that.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see, the Twitter feed is going.
Josh, give the people what they want. They want your Ascot picks.
Dude, I don't know what's going on because I feel like because Caleb hasn't been around, like someone needed to pick up the torch of just like being the Ascot whisperer. And apparently it's been me. And I don't know what the heck is going on because I don't really consider myself obviously I play shots in all the time, so I know some of that stuff, but I don't consider myself to be a why is the picture like literally look at dude, Mark literally shows up. First of all, he's I don't know what time his flight's at, but he's asking why the picture behind us is crooked. You know what? It might not be the picture. It might be the camera.
I think it's the camera.
It might be the camera. I mean, I can fix it if you damn perfectionist over here. But
that's just how.
There. Oh, now you see it. Now I tilted it up too much, right? There. You happy? Now it's straight. Goodness gracious.
The only straight thing in this house.
But yeah, I don't know what the heck has been going on. But looking at this race, I really like the 6 Heaven's Gate here. Outside draw, which I know I was talking with Matt Carlson earlier, and he didn't think that it was playing to the outside on these straights, but then he changed his mind yesterday, so maybe it is playing to the outside again. So I'm gonna lean pretty heavily on the 6 with Mr. Lord on the board for Aiden O'Brien, the other Aiden O'Brien. So it looks like the 11 horse is taking all the money.
Yeah, it looks like they're betting the 11 and the 5 both. Fairy Godmother and then Mountain Breeze. Both look
Connection and jockeys.
I mean, Mountain Breeze, and I think they both did win either a listed stakes for Mountain Breeze and then a grade 3 for Fairy Godmother. But I do think they could be they're likeliest winners. I think they could be beat. I like the 15 Simmering. Still a maiden, but I thought had a real nice race and debut. winner came back to win a listed stakes race in France. And kind of like the fact this horse already went 6 furlongs. Don't have to worry about that slight stretch out there. So I do like simmering in here. I do think that the 2 favorites will be tough, but it's a 2-year-old race, so you never know. That's inconvenient.
Boy, are they loading
Just like
in?
that coverage will resume shortly.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I'm on your feet because if you say it wrong, you might get banned by some chat things. So you got to be
Goodness.
very careful how you say it. So Holly Doyle aboard. Got it back every time.
So Mark says it's not way outside, but it's middle to a bit outside. So, and he likes a 7. Twafig. Is that who you said?
17.
Oh, 17. Is that who you liked?
Mark and I are the same person.
Goodness gracious! I mean, we
That's
might.
why I'm not on screen.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we don't need Mark.
That's why we do the group ticket every year.
That's true. So it's just Mark squared. Maybe if you guys tried only one of you guys doing it, maybe you guys might hit something.
Mark squared is too much Mark.
So I tried to get these DJs doing 20-cent trifecta bets at Ascot or at Australia last night. So we're doing at least one 5-horse try box here later today in a big field.
At Ascot?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Mark, I think is going to get that covered. He might go 6 or 7 wide. We'll
Yeah. I think it's dollar mints for the try, right?
see. I think no, it was 50-cent mints.
Was it?
I think so because I think I hit a 50-cent try yesterday. I think that's what paid like $400.
It's $1 on Express Bet. I wonder if it's different. I know sometimes the ADWs get it twisted, but remember a few years ago when like some ADWs commingled the pools and like some didn't.
Yeah.
So like if you bet through like Twin Spires or whatever, you're in a pool of like 20,000, and if you were on like TVG or something, you were in the world pool of like 1 million.
Wait, do you guys think Joel Rosario is paying attention right now?
It's not Irad Ortiz.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I did use, so I played a Quinella here. I'm using my 6. I'm using one of the other Aiden O'Brien's, a short price horse. Was it the 5?
Fairy, yeah.
Fairy Godmother. And then I am also using the 1, the Wesley Ward horse. And, you know, I know that there's not really a 1-to-1 with the Timeform US figs along with the time. Like, I feel like they're close, but they don't often, like there's a little bit of difference. I don't know what it is. Like, 'cause I think sometimes when you see these European horses ship over, their Timeform figures don't match up with the American horses. But I mean, he's got the fastest Timeform fig. I mean, hey, maybe, you know, and Wesley hasn't won one yet. He's usually pretty good for one.
Oh, he's due.
Yeah, he's due.
Okay.
due.
Wesley Ward is due. No, what was yesterday? There was an American horse that finished second. Who was it? It was Jaramillo was aboard.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I think it was a Jose D'Angelo horse.
I think he shipped a couple in the past few years.
Jose D'Angelo, really nice guy. I've talked to him before. He's,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
The race is off because the betting's closed. Let's see how far behind the stream.
Yeah, and we were watching on Peacock.
This is actually a really good quality stream compared to the like ADW streams.
Yeah.
It's like somebody recorded it on their Game Boy.
Oh. Oh, they're taking it.
Mark said just Mark is too much Mark. Yeah, I had the 15 to win place, and I did just a tiny Quinella with your horse, my horse, and the 5 Fairy Godmother.
Notice you didn't say Mark's horse.
I do like Mark's horse, but this isn't a race that I want to put a lot of money into. And I thought that 7 to 1, I think he's like a 3rd pick. I don't want to have him in there.
I'm just saying. The 2's in my trifecta, the 17's in my trifecta, and of course the chalk. Can't throw out the chalk ever.
Well, it's the Albany Stakes after too. It's like it should be a Mark race.
It should be.
There's the 6, I think, from the inside.
Yeah. Joshua 6 going to the front.
I didn't even know he was going to be a speed, and look at me betting the speed.
He just knew that you were on him, and he decided he had to be speed.
Yeah. Who's that out there?
I'm always curious about the rider tactics in these races. I mean,
like, do you think that guy just thinks he knows better than everybody
sometimes
else?
They do. They think a certain part of the course is better, but with the track playing the way it is, I mean, it's pretty firm out there. I'm just kind of surprised that he wants to go on a solo mission.
Like me playing Helldivers.
Yeah. Heaven's Gate's looking good,
He
Josh.
looks pretty good.
Who's on the far inside?
A 5.
Fairy Godmother. He didn't even left a second. Damn.
Well, we were in second and third behind the chalk.
Yeah.
We had the right prices. So I had the place on Simmering and I had the Quinella, but I would have much rather your horse won and my horse won second because then I would have gotten a better Quinella. But that's okay. Money's money. Profit's profit.
What price did you get on that 15? 8-1.
10-1 on the gate.
Yeah, 8-1. Yeah, that was.
I thought about actually playing like a heavier try here because I couldn't really make a case for any of the long prices. Just doing like the 2 chalks over essentially the 3 horses that we mentioned in second and third. Don't have 2 chalks in the top 3, and just if one of them happens to get for second or third, I miss.
Yeah.
I didn't play it, but I kind of wish I would have. I mean, I'm sure it won't pay great, but it'll probably pick up $100. Has anyone been paying attention to how like Appleby and the Godolphin horses have been doing? Because I think it was last year they had a very poor Ascot, and I haven't been watching as much this year.
I do not know.
I'm trying to see if our boy Matthew's got any track stats or posted anything. He always posts stuff like that. So Matthew's, let's see what he's got. Did he put anything in his name?
Oh, oops, I actually goofed my Quinella, but it's still going to hit, but I actually mispunched my Quinella.
Better lucky than good, huh?
Somehow I did 5-6 with 6-15.
Oh. Well, you would have been fine because it's still all 3 combinations.
5, 6, and 15, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because you would have had them all. You still would have had all 3 of them. So it should have been a 3.
It was a $3 bet for $1.
Yeah. So yeah, you had all 3 combinations. Yeah, I thought he was gone, but look at the stand side again. Both the horses were all the way in the stand side.
It seems like stand side's been better. I mean, in the 2 days that I've seen.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a strong bias. I mean, the track's playing pretty firm, so I don't think it's like a drainage issue.
Where was the Ward horse at?
I wonder if did he even get a call?
No, I didn't see him at all. Maybe that's the reason why he was 20-1.
We thought, oh gosh, she's very, very keen, but then to have that finishing kick. Yeah, I'd say when he was organizing her, he was trying to get her over. It's very difficult.
I love when Royal Ascot runs because it gives you literally degen opportunities from like 7 in the morning until St. Anita ends at whatever is 8 o'clock tonight.
Low Sal now.
We're at Low Sal now? Oh no, I don't like Low Sal.
I don't know if they're running today.
Did you turn the air down when you guys got here, or was it already set to that? I turned it up a little bit, but now
You hot now?
yeah.
Was it on 70?
That was at 68 when
Okay.
we got in, but
The ideal temperature 69, right?
at 68 is what we have it at the house, which is funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'd rather be cold at night when I'm sleeping. During the day, I don't really care as much.
you know what's funny is like the thermostat I have. What it does is like it lowers it at night, like when you're sleeping.
Is it on like schedule?
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
that's just to like save money. But then like I hate it like when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, why is it so warm? And I'm like, oh, because
so it's like backwards. It makes you hotter at night. Oh, I wouldn't like that.
to save money because of your sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah, so I was talking to Matt Carlson. I was talking to him specifically about a contest where you have to start betting UK races and you have to go all the way through Shatin.
Oh my god!
Like an Iron Man challenge.
Exactly, like an Iron Man
That's
challenge,
hilarious.
where basically like you got to play all of these races like the whole day. Because I was like, dude, you know how good I would be at that? I already do that. Like, because like that was the funny thing. Like I would always talk about NHC. People always talk about how long of a day it is and how how tough it is looking at all those races. And I'm like, dude, that's Saturday for me. Like that's every Saturday. That's not like.
Yeah, that's just it's an easy Tuesday.
Yeah, so it's just like,
I will say the mental fatigue of having more money often, or the pressure, does way more when you're just casually doing it. So in a tournament structure, that could be a lot more pressure.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your
Derek Jeter wasn't that good, so I don't know why. Why are you? How you got your hands?
You
in
got like the worst sports opinions ever.
Dude,
We're talking
Derek
again
Jeter-
about
Derek Jeter is
basketball.
overrated.
I mean, that's accurate, but
He's like who's the guy who Bernie Williams? Bernie Williams is really overrated. Bernie Williams from the Yankees. They always talk about him. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna get all. Well, I doubt anyone's up this early, except for Mark. And Mark's not a Yankees. Well, is Mark a Yankees fan?
I think he's a Yankees fan, a Lakers fan, like a Cowboys fan, and like a Red Wings fan.
Yeah, he's a Red Wings.
And I'm half memeing, but I also think at least two of those are true.
Yeah. Oh, did we watch? Did you guys catch was the hockey game last night?
Tonight,
it's not.
Oh, it's tonight.
Edmonton has a chance to do the thing. They
To
were
what?
down.
They're down 3-0, right?
Yeah. Now it's 3-2, and it's
Jeez.
back in Edmonton.
And who's the only sports team to come down and do that? That'd be the Red Sox against the Yankees.
What's the meme though? Well, who's the meme team? That's always like, remember, so and so blew a 3-1 lead, a 3-1 lead.
28-3, the Falcons.
No, that's a 23. But who blew the 3-1 lead in the finals, NBA finals?
Drawing a blank.
I can't believe. Blew
I feel like blowing a 3-1 lead is
3-1.
one thing, but 3-0 is like historic.
Oh, the Warriors. The Warriors blew a 3-1 lead
Against the Lakers or Cleveland, probably. One of my workers has a huge thing against LeBron. I went back and watched Game 7
Bless you.
Thank you.
of, I think it was 12 finals. That was considered the greatest Game 7 by a lot of people. And there's like no score in the last 6 minutes. There's 5 points scored in the last 6 minutes. But it's like the most tense game ever.
Yeah.
So we were talking last night, though, and people need to know this. This Boston team, I hate Jason Tatum with a passion so much, and Caleb agrees, and it made me feel so good and validated
Yeah,
in my
I
life.
really don't care for Jason Tatum.
But the Celtics team is one of the greatest teams of all time. It's one of the most skilled roster, top 6, top 7, whatever you want to go compared to. Those Warrior teams were great. Those 3 great players, really, unless you're adding Durant in there. That's probably the most talented team of Durant, Green, Curry, and Clay. Those 4, probably better than this year's. But other than that, greatest regular season team.
How many rings did they win with that team? 2?
3 or 4.
Wasn't that many?
It's because 2 years ago or 3 years ago at this point, they won another one, and that was like their final legacy game. I want to say it was at least the 3rd, but
I don't like super teams like that, though.
But like, it's funny, they're not really a super team right now.
I mean, it feels like they should be, but they're not.
Age, injuries, Clay's going to get paid by either Detroit or Orlando is where he's probably going to go and get paid like $30 million to clank threes, but he hasn't been the same since his injury. So it's 4. They won in 14, 15. Oh, yep. 14, 16, 17, and then 21. So
More importantly, why don't we talk about baseball?
I love
How about the
baseball.
Pirates?
O'Neal Cruz is a very exciting player. Not as good as Ellie De La Cruz.
How about Fernando de la Cruz?
Oh my God! Is it Fernando or Walter the good one?
I'm not sure there is a good one, but I feel like Fernando's the one who gets more mounts anymore.
Try and find Ward's horse here on the replay.
I was looking. I didn't.
He's
even,
the one?
Yeah.
That's him on the far outside on the lead right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the green silks.
Yep.
Wait, was that Joel? Was Joel the one? Remember how it was like?
on the way out?
Was that the?
there.
Remember
Oh
how
my
it was
God,
like?
tell me that was Rosario.
It is Rosario.
He goes 10 wide in the straight course.
Yeah, it is Rosario. Look at the guy in the top hat's not even like pointing at Rosario because he's like, "What the hell is this guy doing out
He's
there?"
an American. He
I
don't
mean,
know
you're
what's going on.
on a track with a bunch of like European jockeys that ride here frequently. You fly in and decide that you know better. I mean, who knows? Maybe the horse gets like skittish or something. But
He's trying to get him over there, it looks like. Too late now. This is not going from New York to Santa Anita to mop up garbage jockeys, Joel.
That's just so funny that like, because remember I was even during the race I was like, what is that jockey? Just think he knows better? Of course it's Joel. God. Although, like, to be fair to Joel, like he has no idea what to do down the straight because he's just like his whole thing is like, hey, I'm gonna
Save ground, go
I'm gonna
wide.
save ground and then go wide.
yeah.
Like, so he just like
He went wide.
He went wide. He said, how do I save ground going straight?
Bro, that's a great run by Fairy Godmother. Look at where she's at now.
It's because Ryan Moore is, I mean, he gets a lot of hate, I think, in Europe. And I don't understand it because every time I see him ride, he just seems so good.
Look how far back she was.
And he comes like over to the States and just trashes our jockeys on turf.
Yeah.
He's on the best horses usually, to be fair. But like the rides he pulls off.
I have such hate for Ryan Moore, but that goes way, way back. And it goes back to his dirt riding on Mendelssohn. I needed Mendelssohn for some pretty big scores in a couple spots, and I just felt like he just never put him in. I think in a good spot. I mean, I could have also just been like blinded by rage, and maybe it wasn't true, but
no, it's definitely the horse there.
But then, like, I feel like was it the Breeders' Cup Classic that he like actually like got like an honest ride? He finished like 3rd or 4th or something. Like it was like his best race.
I think it might have been. But you're really digging back in the archives on that one.
I mean, dude, I'm going back because now we're talking about Mendelssohn's progeny being pretty. Well, there hasn't been that many this year, but I feel like the first year or two, like they were pretty precocious. Like they were winning pretty handily, I thought.
I think he's been a fine sire, yeah.
You would think so with the fucking breeding on that horse.
I know. I mean, he's regally bred, but.
All right, let's see. Look at this next race.
Find Rosario, toss him.
We're going to bury the 4-horse, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge time form fig.
Yeah. I mean, first time cutting back to a sprint after trying the 2,000 guineas, and he runs an absolute monster.
Except the 11.
Choosing a treatment for your chronic migraine?
What about the 11?
It's the League of Legends character, so we're definitely
Ornn.
taking that one.
Horn. Oh God.
411 Quinella all day, $100. Trifecta, 411, 411.
5 is interesting here. Got a win at Ascot pretty recently, a month ago.
Off a long layoff.
I mean, something clearly went wrong in the back half of last year. But
Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history. Must learn nerve conditions and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox.
You said the 5?
So ask
Mm.
your doctor if Botox is right for you.
I mean, he's 5-2 right now, so probably I'm not the only one that's
Yeah, I mean he's 6-1 on the Maury line, but
Yeah.
you know that the Maury line's just
not really
fucking
relevant.
guess.
I mean, I don't think he goes off that short, but I do think he'll be your second pick.
I don't know. I think this. I'm gonna look outside. What about this? Jessica Harrington horse at 3.
Give me the beat, child.
Horse has been improving. I mean,
I mean, looks like improved
In
for
small
this
chunks,
3-year-old. So, I mean, what's the favorite last time out in the Group 3 and finished second by a head. So, I mean,
yeah, I mean, 3 looks good.
maybe the 2.
I was just looking at the 2. I mean,
Well, dude, what happened to Oisin Murphy? Didn't he go to? Wasn't he at Gulfstream?
California.
He was at Gulfstream.
was he?
Yeah.
For like
Well, I
one-
know you wouldn't know that because you don't play Gulfstream.
Yeah.
But
Why are you staring at me?
Mr. Gulfstream over here. But yeah, Oisin Murphy was at Gulfstream, and like I feel like he just like everyone was like, oh, he's gonna clean up, he's gonna do great, and like he didn't.
Huh.
Although like I don't know, I feel like that happened. Like I mean, Frankie's done fine, but I think Frankie's also gotten the mounts. Although to be fair, I think there's he kind of was doing what Rispoli did when he first came over, where like he would just ride better on the turf, and so he would carry some of those horses across at decent prices. But I feel like these European jocks they'll come over here for a stint, and then it just doesn't go anywhere. Like there was the guy who's in Shatin now. Is it Andrea Edzeni? He was at Santa Anita for a meet, and like he didn't do anything. Like he was like a 5% jock.
I mean, dirt racing is completely different. I know they have some over there, but
I think there's also just a lot of competition for mounts out there because I mean, you don't get huge fields, and you're not going to bump guys like Pratt whenever he's in town. Rispoli's, Hernandez. I mean, you got Hector out there now, and you also have like the standard, old guard with like Maldonado and Thiago Pereira. So it's tough for a guy like him to come over and get mounts.
we were kind of talking yesterday about Brian Hernandez. Very few people elevate a horse. Most can either provide a good ride or they're a good fit. Joel on a speed horse, he does okay often, but that's still not his bag.
So we just got a comment. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't on YouTube, but someone in Discord just posted the live cast looks like a poster. It just spells out urine. It says adventure, but apparently
We're getting a lot of hate on this picture.
Yeah, I
behind
know.
us.
Like this isn't our place. This is AirBNB. Like give us a break.
What's the normal? Live, love,
Live, laugh,
laugh. Yeah, should be one of those.
So you in Boston, you like have a furnished apartment,
Mhm.
right? And what I've seen like when you stream, like it looks like pretty bare bones. Is there stuff on the wall, or is it basically like just
He's a man and he's single right
Like, there's
now,
stuff on the
right?
wall, but it's not my stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's a big painting right behind my couch, like a standard like landscape painting. I got a couple of plants like that, like stuff like that. That actually are mine, but I'm gonna give them away when I move. I'm not gonna bring them back with me. But yeah, I mean, it feels like it very much feels like you're in like a hotel room. Like in terms of like the decor is like very like bland, but like inoffensive, you know. So
It's like staying at Planet Hollywood.
kind of.
Oh man,
I don't mind that room.
that room was funny because it was like big, but there was like nothing in it.
I know it was just empty.
It was just empty, but it was huge.
Really exciting horse, likely favourite at the moment in a Sharon and still only.
You should talk about Hernandez, Juan Hernandez. The first thing I could think of was Hernandez 97. My tilt. I actually brought my controller so I could remote in and play. So
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought about bringing one just in case, like for whatever reason, like fragging something, Elden Ring DLC or something like that. Because you can't do that with a mouse and keyboard.
Out today, you can.
No.
My boy Grubby did.
All right, Grubby. Grubby can do things with a mouse and keyboard that.
Like he's saying some kind of professional or something. Is what you're saying? He's not some Bronze 3 terrible league player.
I gotta look at the board here.
I mean, this is a race where if you key the favorite, I think you're crazy.
I'm looking in chat, see if
I
my
almost never
responding.
key a favorite ever. I may use a favorite, but I almost never key a favorite.
The one scratched. Okay.
There's just so many more horses with more upside, and taking a short price like that on him is absolutely insane.
The 4.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I mean, the favorite's drawn on, I think, the bad side of the track or the course. So, I mean, he's drawn on the rail. And, I mean, not to say that he can't do what the winner did last time out, where he kind of just got over, sat in the back of the pack, and then cut stand side. But
I mean, I do think the favorite will be tough in here. I mean, I think he's going to be forward. I'm not sure how much you want to be that far forward, but
yeah, but you're no punk bitch. You're gonna take the favorite.
no, absolutely not. I think the pace is going to be on the Swift side.
If I had Mark type money, I'm keying 5 horses and throwing the 4 out of the try.
But like, what is your logic for not liking the 4?
Logic? What's that?
Wait, me?
No.
Oh, him?
Steven.
One big figure, and I hate figures. There's just no reason to key him and believe everything in.
I'm not saying key him, but like saying he can't run in the top 3.
I say can't, but
What you would be 5 horses ahead of him. I mean, other than the price, I mean,
that's what you're betting against here.
Well, I think he just likes to gamble.
Oh, I love
I
gambling.
think you're right.
Honestly, I really like this 3. And the reason, my reasoning is, right, if you look at a lot of these horses, and like I said, like we've talked about, or we were talking at least off stream about the figures for this place, and you know how figures are kind of tough. But I think to Steve's point, if you look at a lot of these horses, they're coming off one big figure, right? I mean, except the 4. The 4's got 2 decent figures in there. But outside of the 4, the only other horse that's got 2 races over 100, I think, is the 3, and they're the most recent. So I think you're at least getting a little bit of consistency. You're getting a horse that looks like he's kind of figured it out, done it both on yielding and firm. So the going's not going to matter here. Although I'm assuming that it's good. The track looks in really good shape. So, and I don't think they've gotten much rain. So. Yeah, I don't know. I like the 3 here. Coming in decent form, won a stakes, and then finished second in the Group 3. I think it's drawn where you want to be. But I mean, like you said, I mean, if you look at the fours race, I mean, it towers over anything else anybody's run here.
Interesting enough, the 3 is your second choice overseas. And he's 12-1 right now with the US betting.
Yeah, Whirlpool.
So Caleb, when you talk about figures, it's probably my biggest, like, I don't know what to use here, but I hate figures. You're trying to give a well, I hate that word so much, statistical performance to a thing that really doesn't matter. Comparing one race to another obviously doesn't always make sense. I'm trying to say this number, horse ran this and did this. Doesn't mean he's going to do it in the future. Doesn't mean it's as good. You know, Cogburn basically, broke the track record last time at Belmont. Is he going to repeat that performance, or is he going to chase that fig for 5 years? There's a lot of things.
Caleb is going to chase
I'm going to chase that for 5 years.
Yes. This is a sprinter, not a distance horse. You don't have to worry about it. So when we try and say the effort of this horse is XYZ, that's what the number is trying to say. If we're just betting the highest number, that's not handicapping to me. It's, what are we going to get from this horse today? What's the pace scenario? What's the likely prospects? These are all young 3-year-olds, vying to get together, right? We don't know who they are yet. And yeah, the 4 ran on Synth first, didn't do much, then won his last 2. Okay, he did nothing wrong, but if we like him because of his figure, then that's not anything to me. The number doesn't mean anything. This number is bigger than the other, but it's like trusting Aqueduct figures. You don't trust figures,
I mean, figure aside, he won a Group 2 by open lengths.
It's literally the price, right? In terms of
okay. I mean, he beat Van Dijk by something like 5 lengths, and Van Dijk's pretty good. Granted, Van Dijk was coming off a layoff, but
that 6 I bitched about the other day, the sloppy track that I singled on. I can't think of the horse name, but figures mean nothing. Not nothing, but
I like the 2 a bit in here.
I think all the other horses have more upside. I think is at their prices.
All right, let's.
But Oren's not getting hammered, and I'm upset.
Yeah.
Oren finishes in the super.
Do you have probables on your EDW?
For what?
For Quinella?
Yeah.
What's the 4 with the 2 and the 3?
For $2, 4-2 is 67, 4-3 is 23.
All right, so I got to Dutch it like 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
5-4 was the shortest combination. I mean, I respect the 5, but I think he's extremely overbetting here.
Yeah, I'm getting like 10-1. You said on the 4-3.
I think I said it was 22 for 2, so yeah, it's about right.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the 2 here to win place at a nice price.
This is not that far behind them on ratings, and if she can produce an improvement on the ground,
Doing a 5-horse trifecta.
Wait, what the hell did I do? I feel
6,
like I messed this up.
13.
Oh, I did mess this up.
that was her best performance. And for me, it's going to be interesting to see.
5, 10, 3.
She was a big unit for a filly. She was a big unit. And
Throw out the 4.
Look, there was a lot to like about in the paddock. It's just whether she can find that.
All right, so I kind of Dutched this. I Dutched it weird, but I got the 3 to win, and then I got 2, 3, 4 Quinella, heavier on the 3, 4 Quinella.
13 is going to make y'all cry.
Yeah, I'm looking at this 3 here. Give me the Beat Boys.
We got the beat.
Looks like it's improved as a 3-year-old. It's drawn outside. Time form figs look good. So this is one of the cool things I like about, and obviously I forgot to upload our background, so you've got to be shot 10 of me as our background here. But
Shot 10%.
You got
by
different
Royal
like
Ascot.
there's different layouts now for sharing our screen. So if we want to hide mark, right, we can do a little one.
Oh, that's
If we
nice.
want it to be a little bit bigger, we can. We can put ourselves at the top. We can do this one, which I don't know. It kind of covers up some of the PPs, but this one's not bad for like a single person one. You can move that around.
This is Streamlab.
Yeah, this is Streamlabs. So it's pretty cool. There's some different features and stuff, and yeah, I'm interested to play around with it a little bit more. We'll be doing a lot more streaming over the summer once Saratoga, I think, starts. Even though like I wasn't like super excited for the summer with Saratoga, especially after last summer, but damn if that Belmont weekend didn't get me like it was so good, like.
Yeah.
And I was talking with Matt Carlson a little bit, and he was saying like it does kind of feel though that they like just launched like their everything, like their huge salvo for everything on that weekend. So he's afraid about what's going to happen like at Aqueduct the next couple weeks. He's like, why are these horses going to come back?
Probably. I don't think we'll have great Aqueduct racing the next couple weeks. All right. I got the 2, who's
second right now.
second. Josh, what'd you bet?
I got the
7.
2, 3, 4.
2, 3.
He's 7th in the light blue.
The 2's under a bit of a ride.
We're awful bunched up.
Yeah.
Orn.
Oh no, not the meme.
Well, it doesn't look like the 2's going to do it.
No, it doesn't look
Key to
like
chalk.
either. There's the 4.
He might get caught.
Nah.
No, he's gone. Who got second?
The 7.
7? No, not gonna. Oh, what 7 got there?
Was 7 or 5? Or was that 7 or 3? I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell. I don't think it was 3. 3 was
No,
inside.
3 was on that. 3 was on the outside rail.
It's a 5 then. So pretty much. I mean, the 7 was maybe a price, but I think the other 2 chalks ran first.
7 got
7
there.
got his nose down.
Well, that'll help the pay a little bit.
Yeah.
Just bet the chalk. Very simple.
Yeah, I mean, that 4 looked like a standout, but I couldn't do anything with him 3 or 2. And I wouldn't have had the 7.
Yeah, really nice performance that German. He's just travelled very.
Yeah, 4.75. I mean, the 5 looked good too. I mean, you were right. The 4 was just going to be too good. I mean, you see 9-4. Is that what we got in the tote?
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Which is more. It was like 3 to 2 for a long time. 2 to 1's. I mean, enough to use him on top of something if you.
It's a Cogburn discussion all over again.
Yeah, Josh's horse dropped down to 7 to 2.
The 3.
Yeah.
I always feel weird about it because I'm like, well, at least I'm not the only idiot, right? So I'm like, look at these other idiots. Yeah, I could also bet this horse, but then I'm like, you see all your value get sapped out. So
Definitely feels worse, in my mind, having a 7 to 2 horse finish up the track than having a 15 to 1 horse finish up the track. Because like mentally, you kind of know you're taking a shot.
Yeah.
With a 15 to 1, but.
Seven. Let's look at the 7.
I mean, his 7's race 2 back as a 2-year-old was pretty good, but it's a big ask to come off that layoff in this kind of a race.
Yeah. Marquand stayed aboard. At least Orrin didn't win.
We avoided the meme.
Yeah.
Did you have horses in second and third, Steven?
No.
Oh.
$120 down the drain just like that.
All right, Mark.
I was going to say it.
Oh man.
I might have finished the back 5. Got that trifecta.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
It's just hard to pick the last 5.
It is. In sports gambling, I said if you go 0 for 7 on a parlay, they should pay out your bet because that's fucking impressive.
I think it would be fun for. See, I don't know though, because I feel like that would be a pool that you could manipulate. That could be manipulated pretty easily, like pulling the horse up or something like that. You know, like
Yeah.
But I always thought that would be fun for like a fun wager, like in the Kentucky Derby, who finishes last.
Yeah.
You know, and not to like. I don't know. Like, I think we've talked a lot. Oh, I don't know if we have, but there's been talk, especially like on Twitter. Like, you remember when they instituted that stupid roulette bet, right?
Yeah.
And all that. Like, okay, this stuff that's stupid. Like, that shit's stupid. But then, like, I think about like Kentucky Downs. They used to have that jockey 7 bet where you would like bet which jockey would be a pool
yeah, I
bet, and
remember
they
that.
like that kind of stuff. That's like fun, interesting stuff. You know. Like some certain prop bets, if they could do them, and I think they would. I think that would be interesting, an interesting way to kind of, I guess, spice up some of the betting, especially because like when you look at the public, like John Q. Public now, when you're looking at like how they bet sports, like everybody's doing these like insane parlays and stuff like that, and like. Which, like, for us is like a pick 5, a pick 4. Like that's, I mean, that's. But, I wonder if there wouldn't be ways to do it, for horse racing. But I'm just like not smart enough to figure that out. And then also like with the fact that we're tote betting, I don't know how they would get that. Actually, I wonder what happened to the Jockey 7. Like why they stopped doing
offering
that?
it?
Yeah. I know some.
Maybe it just didn't get much handle.
That's probably what it is.
Maybe I know there's someone I could ask. Maybe I'll see if I get some inside information on that and why that happened. But I always thought that was like a fun little bet. But
A very good point, well made, and it's great for Sheikh Mohammed Abay because, of course, he looked like a real flow when elite status was taken out of the race.
All right. What do we got here? What's next? Another mile, another straight. Coronation. Do we have another Wesley Warhorse?
A mile? I doubt
So.
it.
Minimums and no overdraft fees. Banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
We need a clutch hit.
There,
Let's see.
Derek Jeter. Hang in there, rookie.
yep, even easier than that.
Oh, overrated Jeter.
No overdraft fees. Is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your one?
Just gonna stew over
You're
here.
gonna stew over there.
It's the GPS pointing at Chachos.
Geico can help when you get a flat tire with their easy app at 24/7. Geico is. Whatever you need from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
Interesting how much late money there was in that last race with how big these pools are.
Mm-hmm.
Is your starting line.
'Cause, I mean, I swear my horse was like 6, 7, 8 to 1, and then go off at 7 to 2. And this race looks like the 3 is your favorite. Let's see what. I will say, man, I miss not having like all my screens and shit. There's the
It's
pool.
hard to cap on one monitor, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. That's why I got my tablet here, and then like obviously my main screen is being used up by
Right.
We will never stop trying to get better. Because when medicine gets better, all of us can get better.
Sorry, Bart is canceled. Waiting on the cable internet.
That's a mystery. How much will you save? All right.
So he switched
Cal Drogo.
Who?
Jason Momoa.
Oh, it is.
I know this 3. I think is going to be tough. But opera singer is 5. There's 3-2 on the morning line.
She is a very good 2-year-old.
Yeah, but then you look at that. Oh, well, she finished 3rd. I was going to say the common race. It's not the common race, but like the 3 is kind of like what I've been kind of looking at in a lot of these races. The 3 has got the win in the common race. Right? You've got like 4 horses coming out of that race.
In all likelihood, you can chalk it up to experience, but the 4 actually beat the 3 back. And that horse is 60-1.
No.
But that was also, by half a length, and it was the 3's second start and off of a layoff.
What about this 8? What are you price you getting on this 8?
Rohia?
Yeah.
What's that horse sound familiar?
15-1.
Because that's a horse. That's a
He's
horse.
improved in big chunks.
Yeah.
Every single time.
But I think even that last race, if she can pair that race, I mean, I think she fits in here.
Stayed a mile, handled pretty good going last time.
And then beat that 4 that you were talking about that beat the 3.
Yeah.
So talking about the matchup, I mean, that's
Feels like the French horses have done well.
yeah.
This is the superstar French filly, OTWL, and I just wanted to get eyes on her and see what she looks like. She looks fantastic in her skin. She really does. She wears that red hood. The ears are padded just to try and drown out the noise, and it certainly seems to be working. She does look very, very relaxed, but you can see looking at her, she's a very slight filly. Contrast that to what you've just seen with Inisherin. She's really nice, Alex, but there's not a lot of her.
7's also
Yeah,
interesting.
interesting, isn't it, Mick? That,
I mean, lost by whisker last time, but is either won or lost by whisker every time.
Yeah, she's small. She was a little woolly article that you as you walk around looking insignificant, but my goodness, you ran one.
the article, I love that. Right, Inisherin certainly wasn't that. He was a big, powerful beast in this Commonwealth Cup, and he's gone and streaked away. Really a sprinter on the up. Owned and bred by Sheikh Mohammed Abaid, and I'm thrilled to say Hayley has caught up with him. Well, the very proud owner breeder Sheikh Mohammed Abaid, alongside me, many congratulations. That was a very easy watch. How did you find viewing?
It was a surprise because Gavin already mentioned that, He said you will see him, a flying horse at 6. Because after the Guineas, when he came at 6, he told me straight away I will go drop him to 6 because he has been working with Splinter and he just passed him stand still.
Just laughing, thinking, this isn't the same. Right, it's not the Godolphin guy, right? It's a different shape.
Oh, I don't know.
Different.
Yeah. So I just remember being really. I was pretty toasted on a Derby stream with Matt on the Trust the Prophets.
Oh yeah.
And he we were talking about Cody's Wish, and obviously he's like oh nice feel good story, and you guys know my feelings towards Cody's Wish. Like
He's a goat.
chalk eating bad horse, like whatever. But he's like, oh, what a good story. I was like, yeah. Shout out to the Sheikh. He really needed one here, and the Godolphin, He's just like, oh my god.
Was that the inception of Bartender Josh?
Yeah, I think it was, and I think Bartender Josh had to slow it down a little bit after that one. Oof.
Tom's been a stalwart around the northern scene, and as he showed
Oh, good. They got PTF out of there.
There's no Wesley Ward horse, so they're like, all right,
Yeah, it's like we don't need the American here.
we got your opinion on the 40-1 horse that ran like it
Yeah.
out there in the parking lot by himself.
OTWL. Never change.
We're all for that. I
Yeah, I like the 7. I like the 8. I like the 3, but I feel like the 3 is going to be pretty short. I'm going to toss the 5.
I must apologise to my French colleagues if I have pronounced that wrong. Now,
Oh, that's the horse. That was the horse that they were showing earlier. This is the small filly.
How nice is this film? She's by Lord of the Vegas.
Oh, no, she's by Lope Vega. She's 3.
I really like her.
She's no good anymore.
1,000 guineas when I'm in France. And she's really nice. It'd be just interesting to see different
Dude, I always get a kick out of these like these races. Like when you start looking at the breeding, you got Justify, Lope de Vega, Galileo, Due Diligence I'm not familiar with, Caravaggio,
Yeah.
See the Stars, Kingman, Justify, Kingman, like just the millions and millions of dollars in horse jizz that are that show up in these races. Like it's crazy.
Significant 1,000 guineas has been so far this season with this race in mind.
Damn, my 7 is 3-2.
Oh, wow.
7-1 on El Malca. I can't stay.
No.
What's overseas have it? Wow, they do have the 7 as the favorite. 7-4 or 15-8.
Really?
They have Opera Singer, the second choice. El Malca's like 7-1 overseas.
What?
7-1 on the 3.
Why? Like the thing is like the 7 looks like your prototypical. Well, I mean, the horse did take a bit of a step forward last time out in that Group 1, but must have had. I'm obviously the notes are cut off, but did it get cut off or something? In that
It was a
race?
real fast pace, and the 7 was like the only one that hung around that was involved in the pace.
Mm.
Like Fortuna and El Malca both closed from way back. You know, also this mile here is around the bend, so I guess people are thinking that might help her with her stamina a little bit. But I can't take 3-2 on a horse that, I mean, yeah, maybe ran a good race, but I'm not. She's been exclusively more of a sprinter.
Hmm.
I liked her, but in no way am I going to use her 8-5.
Yeah.
I actually don't entirely hate the 1. I kind of view the 1 and your 8 as similarly. Rahira and content.
Look, all I ever say is when she ran in France that day at the art meeting, when she went to post, I've never ever thought to myself,
Well, it's madness if they're going to send this 3 horse off at this price.
I mean, this 3 horse looks great. Lightly raced, has made a bunch of jumps forward, and has beaten 2 of the shorter prices in this race.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that the pace was hot last time out, but
Interesting field for our second Group 1 of the afternoon here. The Coronation Stakes is coming up next.
Fans, you always turn up, and you make the game what it is. So we think you deserve a better betting experience. Every time you bet with Fanatic Sportsbook, win or lose, you get up to 5% of your wager back in fan cash. Spend it on jerseys, fan gear, bonus bets, and more. On top of that, you get a personalized offer every single day with our rewards.
oh, we got to see the hat though. What hat is the 3?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's are there multiple Godolphins or is there only one? No, there's multiple Godolphins. You got to see what hat is it. The white hat.
And only 100 calories. Ollie's, your new favorite tequila soda.
America. We are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. At Grand Canyon University, we believe in equal opportunity. And the American dream starts with purpose. Our mission is to empower virtuous action through higher education, to serve others in ways that promote human flourishing and create a ripple effect of transformation. For generations.
Yeah, I saw Ed DeRosa was actually talking. Was it yesterday or maybe it was on Tuesday when the first day racing, like how bad the feed was on the ADWs, and like then you watch the Peacock stream and like just how much better it is.
I didn't realize the Peacock stream was this much better, or I would have like stole my parents' login or something and like used it because this is really good. You can actually see like the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if they're gonna let this 3 off at that price, I mean, I'm gonna be 3 and 8.
I think
I might have to.
of the shorter prices, I think I'm more inclined to give Opera Singer a chance than I am Rama 2L.
Well, I mean, if the 7's gonna go off at that short of a price, like
There's value on almost everybody else. I mean, Porta Fortuna at 7-2 doesn't feel great, but I mean, content at 42-1 is definitely getting a win place bet for me. I think that horse is actually decent.
I'm thinking maybe like a 1-3-8 Quinella. But if
I do like that bet.
if you think the 3 is gonna go off at 7-1, I think
Well, that's
that's
the struggle, right? I mean, it's hard to leave off 3 at 7-1. The 3 has, I think, gate issues from the looks of things, or doesn't really break very cleanly.
Here's to sweet summer days together in Wisconsin.
Yeah, lock in here 3, 1-3-8.
Every moment. Here's to Supper Club celebrations. And to a lifetime of memories. Here's to reconnecting through a world filled with.
And I'm also going to do a win place on the 1 at that price because I think you're right. That's insanity. No. Yeah.
Welcome back. The Coronation Stakes is our next race here on Sky Sports Racing. A race with a great history, some fantastic fillies of.
What do you think, EBD? What do you got?
I guess you always look at the ones you remember.
Chalk. I mean, faded the chalk once, and now he's scoring.
Yeah, now he's back. Yeah, now he's back.
Horse number 3 is El Malcat for Roger Varian and James Doyle. They've already had a good week. James Doyle getting back on board this filly, the 1,000 guineas winner. Bulgaria, one of the Fred Darling on her return under Holly Doyle. And Holly's on board again for trainer Marco Bolton.
And my biggest gripe with handicappers often is 2 and 3.
Is what? 2 to 3?
Yeah, but Opera Singer, I mean, that's a good 2-year-old season.
Very good 2-year-old. I mean, I feel like European horses typically need a start after layoffs more than American horses tend to do. They race more often, so I think they're given races a lot more. But yeah, if this was like an American horse, I'd probably fade the 5. Opera Singer. The fact that it's not, and I mean, like the horse did nothing on debut and then came out with a pretty nice run. So I'm like, well, maybe the horse doesn't run fresh.
On soft last time out too, so maybe that's part of it.
I mean, that run in, on the ARC undercard over the firm turf going to miles, just a monstrous race.
So to me, that's just a really good price.
Yeah. I'm definitely using the 3 and the 5 probably most prominently.
I think I'd key the 5 on top and then take some shots underneath.
I think I'm gonna try to get the 7 out, and I have no real reason not to like the 7, other than I think the horse is just a little distance limited and very underlaid at the price.
I think she's, just a filly who's very adaptable, very effective. She ran an extremely good race in the 1,000 guineas her reappearance. Very likeable animal. She's not the biggest, she's not the smallest, but she has a lovely temperament.
Yes, she does. She's taking it all in her stride, isn't she? She's walking around here. Let's go and find Hayley, because she is.
I think I'd be all over 5'6".
All the connections in the paddock.
5'3".
I have no issue with the 6.
Yeah, not too far away from royalty.
I always thought the horse would be a better sprinter than a miler, but she kind of proved me wrong in the Breeders' Cup, and then came back and clearly ran a good race last out as well.
Hello, how are you? Hello. How's your filly trained on from that fantastic run in the beginning?
It's one of those races we talked about, like when Torpedo Anna and I'm always blanking on it. It's not Intrepid. Whatever the defending filly. You know, those are the races that's sometimes hard to find the right value.
Mm-hmm.
This is one I'll sit back and watch, but you get 4-1 in the Whirlpool on a horse like the 5? Yeah, I think I'd take that. Well, with the U.S. odds, you never know what the hell you're going to get until the gates pop, and even then,
Right.
3-1 versus 2-1, come odds in half.
He's an absolute superstar. He's very cool as well. Jonica O'Brien has got a really good chance to be a brother, so that's not really one right now.
I'll play a try.
You just box out of the horses.
Nah, put the 5 on top. Go for 1, 3, 6, 8. And then 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, I think. I don't know. The 7 probably does hit the board. I probably shouldn't throw it off completely. But how much to try? I can't play the try with the 5 on top and the 7 in second. So best case I can do is hope for the 7 maybe on third.
So you always key at third, key the 5 on top, key the 7 third. Do different amounts on the horses you like, a $10 3, $8 1.
That's true. I mean, the 5's literally never missed the trifecta, or the 7's never missed the trifecta in 7 starts. So maybe I'll keep her as an underneath play and then try to catch a good price in the middle. If she runs second, I don't need it.
Because she's a forward-going filly just by nature, and yet the question mark is trying to husband has stamina as best you can. Then you've got others going.
All right, what do you decide?
We talked about it.
Yeah.
King chalk. The 5, though.
Second chalk.
It's a second chalk. Oh, man.
I'd probably bet a 5-7 all try for like $20.
I'd rather throw up than bet that.
Yeah.
That's gambling. That's not handicapping.
Yeah, 35-1 on the 1 still.
I did bet the 1 to win plays for sure.
$50 5.
Yeah, the 7 is 3-1 on the exchange. So,
We've seen that plenty of times, especially in these races, both St. James's Palace and the Coronation. Ryan will handle wide and then pick his spot to come across. Now, if you remember at St. James's Palace, he had a teammate, didn't he, to help every Longfellow. And what adds to the mystery is
you can get, it's looking like 9-1 on the exchange in the 3.
It's a crazy price.
Crazy.
So that's why I said saying that if you're a jockey, you don't know how this race is going to pan out because Ballydoyle have got 2 again and 2 aces in the pack.
Yeah, it's interesting. I read a quote saying that they were considering the Prix de Diane for content, but they came here instead.
Yeah.
Was it for that reason? I guess we don't know. But Jim, how do you see it playing out tactically?
Well, I think as Jamie has sort of basically taken us through what might occur, I wouldn't stray too far from that. If I
don't get the price on the 7.
I want to do that.
I mean, I thought the 7 was definitely a player, but I thought you were going to get a mid price on it, not the favorite.
Her stamina might give out.
I think the pendulum because you can turn that head. You know, it just.
I played a few tries here because I think there are some good value.
You know, cools down the speed element. But when you see a penny coming, it just tempers their speed a little bit. And you know, Ocean's job on number 2 for the first 2 furlongs is in, relax, rhythm. And that then will just temper speed a little bit. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, the problem with Ramaturi, I mean, will they tell Ocean to sit as long as he dare? Because when you hit the rising ground and you haven't used the momentum to go that hill, it's very hard to pass good horses.
Yeah, she is a sprinter on the dump, but it is sprinting better.
I'm going to interrupt you a bit because I can see Hayley hovering and I know she'll have got her eye on someone.
I have indeed. The bell's just gone. Jonica now just about to go leg up from my quad. I'm not sure where Fortuna is. Jonica and Tom, will you disperse? Yeah, good. Back to the theme of 42 success. How is she?
Yeah, she's good. She's a very good barn maid. We're right happy with our work's been.
Who's this guy?
Work's been very good. So we've had a smooth preparation, and we'll find out whether she's at any off today's rear race.
Oh, Danakcha O'Brien. Is it another O'Brien? He likes the 6, or he's a trainer of the 6. I think that's who the paddock chick likes.
She jumps, she relaxes, she travels. So
6 is a player. I mean, I think this is a pretty wide open race, which is like why I am not super content to take up, a short price on the 7.
Mm-hmm. Be an interesting race. I think that'll be true.
I mean, the 6 floating up a little bit further, the 5 to 1, I think is more makes more sense. Now you got me thinking about some tries here.
I fired a few tries.
Oh, I love a try race like this.
I feel like it is a good try race because I do think the 7 has stamina questions. I mean, probably shows up, but does have stamina questions. And I do think you can have an opinion of the 5 that, if you said I'm leaving the 5 out, hasn't progressed as a 3-year-old and isn't good enough anymore, like I don't have that opinion, but I think it's a good one. Like, so you leave the 5 out of the try completely, and then you get a horse like the 1 in there or the 8. I mean, it's a good try race.
Yeah, we're getting ready here for the parade. It's a really good idea, this. They give everybody an opportunity to have a little look at these horses. They'll come out at intervals. You'll see there'll be a little bit of a gap here. The first one that we see is Folgari.
Trying to.
She was well beaten in that French.
Oh, baby. Murphy on the 1 at Ascot.
Hell yeah, me and Greg being the glue.
Key here, and they're going to walk out onto the track, like I say, at intervals here, where you get a chance to see all these horses break off into stride. Great ride here for Holly to get riding for Marco Botti.
Although with his long shot pick last night,
yeah, I don't know if that bodes well for me, actually, Greg.
So, who of these like super long prices, who do you think can finish 3rd?
I mean, I think the 1 can.
Yeah, but what about like the 4, the 9, or the 10? You got any of those?
I don't like the 9 or the 10. I do like the 1 and the 4.
Okay. Trying to save some cash here.
Yeah, I think the 1 and the 4 could run. I don't think the 9 or 10. I don't like them. I don't know if the 8's a long enough price to consider him super long, but I also think he can run in. I have a win place on the 1, but I might also just win bet the 3 because 7 to 1 is silly.
It's exactly what I bet.
I'm not going to bet him each way, but just a win bet.
That's how I bet this. I bet it. I got the 3 to win. I got a smaller win place on the 1, and then I got the 1-3-8 Quinella right now.
I got a bunch of goofy tries.
It's good to see how these fillies cope with the preliminaries, isn't it? And this is
And then I'm looking at a try right now. 3-8 with 3-6-8 with 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 3-8 with 3-6-8 with 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's $10 play, 50 cents. So, but if it finishes 3-8, 3-6, 8-6, 8-3, any of those, I mean, we're cooking. And then if the one finishes in second with one of those horses, then I have the Quinella. So
Yeah.
I got a little bit of a. But I basically tossed the 7.
This is the time where Steven says, if the one hits the board, you need to get paid.
Absolutely.
which I will, because I guess I have place money on him, but I'm not going to get paid much. I should play like a 3-5-7, 3-5-7-1, or 3-5-7-1, 3-5-7 try or something with the rest of the logicals.
Mm.
Only got to Saurus, she went out. She got the biggest, did she?
No, that was the I was quite interested to hear if
So Greg.
Yeah, I think it's Greg. Yeah. Let's see.
Cockatoo down. Oh, that's amazing.
That's just so many memes.
Dude, this girl has taken over the internet. She's my
funny.
hero.
What do you think? When you watched that 1,000 guineas, that it was a bit of a pace collapse, and she picked up the pieces. Look, she's a great filly. She's full of guineas, but I just felt that there was a pace collapse which allowed her to pick the pieces up, and she showed a great turn of foot up that hill to go and get them.
But it looked that way. It was the back one was passed prematurely, you could say, from OTWL to then quarter 4-2, and then to El Malka as well. So maybe it was that relay effect which really helped them.
I mean, she wasn't just ridden from out the front. She wasn't just held up the new market. She was detached early on. So you would imagine, we don't know, you'd imagine she'd be ridden the same way today. Would have done bold the same way. I don't know. But it is premature just to say, Seb's right. I think he's right. Actually, the pace collapsed in front of her. But we don't know that she's not just a good filly full stop. She only had 3 runs and she's got a pedigree to die for.
All right, I think we'll watch this race, and then I think we gotta go get some breakfast. I'm starving. And I gotta get a good base layer in for. We got the aviary tonight, so we're gonna get some real expensive and delicious cocktails, fancy sodas for EBD
With prosciutto, apparently.
And then got some Mexican food we're gonna hit up after that brewery. No $5 margaritas tonight.
Tragic. It wasn't a bad margarita for $5.
No, it was not actually. I was very impressed. My the woman who did my procedure yesterday, the endodontist, messaged me this morning. He's like, "Oh, are you in a lot of pain?" I'm like, "Actually, no." Like,
yeah, you seem fine.
Yeah, which is how it's been the last couple times I've had to get it. The first one I got, the dentist gave me Tylenol 3. He's like, you're gonna need this, and I needed it, man. It was rough, but I mean, heck, I got my wisdom teeth pulled 2 years ago, maybe, and he didn't even write me a prescription for anything after that.
Really?
Yeah.
I got my wisdom teeth out when I was 20, I think. And it wasn't that painful for me, but like for some people it really is. And he still wrote me a prescription for Percocet, which I ended up not needing. But yeah, I just took some Tylenol like on the first day, and I was fine by after that.
Did you have to get both of them, both sets?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I only had one set. I honestly, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even swell that much or anything. Like I was generally fine.
Yeah, I only had the one set, and he basically numbed me up, clamped with kirk, pop.
Oh, you had them pulled.
Yeah.
Well, I had mine cut out.
Oh.
That was like before they were like actually
Oh,
like
yeah,
out of my
yeah,
gums,
no.
but they were going to be impacted,
Yeah.
like because they were going to like grow into the rest of my teeth, so they had to cut them out. So like I was like put under for it.
Yeah, my wisdom teeth came in and they came in fine.
Yeah. Well, no, pulling the tooth. I mean, I could see maybe them not giving you something like that.
Yeah,
if it's
but-
just that.
But one of my wisdom teeth, no, a tooth next to my wisdom tooth had a cavity, and he basically said it's because the wisdom tooth, like it's so far back there, like, you know, stuff that's harder to clean, and like, so he's like, just pull them.
Did you have yours out, Steven?
Yeah.
I feel like most people do at some point.
Mine were cut out as well, so. I remember taking Percocet that week because I had a lot of issues at work. I would have a 10-minute break and I'd fall asleep, which for me is impossible. I do not nap. Now I'm getting better as I get older, but being 22 or whatever and full of energy and putting my head down and be zonked out. My coworker always wake me up. I always remember that.
At the races, likes the 4.
I think the 4 is getting like a lot of disrespect. Like we said, the 4 beat the 3 2 back.
Yeah.
And then something clearly went wrong last time. But you know, I think the 4 just gets no respect because it's an Italian invader that's coming off a bad race. But
Fortuna taking all the late money.
I mean, if I can get this to come in like 5-1 something or 3-1 something, like we're happy.
So the 7 wins for fun is what we're saying.
Well, I did what I always yell at myself for doing. Is I like the 7. That was probably my top pick prior to the realization.
Yeah,
it
good
was
job
gonna be
with
8-5, and I'm like, okay, well, 8-5. But I do sort of think this is going to be a Form 4 race. I think the top 4 probably finish
in the top 4
in the top
somehow.
5. You know, I could see one of the prices like Rohia or Content maybe sneaking in there, but.
For the Coronation Stakes, the Group 1 over 1 mile on the round course, and through the early stages, Porter Fortuna, the white and green chase, handling Opera Singer out wider, also with a prominent early roll, and between those two is Skellet. It's another 2 lengths.
Is that the 5 on the lead?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought so. He called Porter Fortuna on the lead. I'm like,
I think that's him in the green silks in third.
Who's together with El Malka in the yellow. The back 2 Content and Falcon.
El Malka's not in a bad spot for a horse that usually can't break. The one's in last. It's okay.
And then for the half in behind him in third is Porter Fortuna. Rahira's got a lovely spot there in fourth. A further length then back to see the fire. It's just another length.
I thought the 7 would be more forwardly placed than this.
Then further back to find El Malka.
Your 8's in a great spot. Right on the fence there.
Heads are about to turn away back towards home and racing towards the final 3 furlongs. Get it to the inside of Opera Singer, the leading pair. Porter Fortuna and Rahia are poised in behind. Then came See the Fire and OTWL in the white and black. El Malco
7 needs room. In trouble. Might have it.
Is that the 6?
7, 6 is second right now. 7's on the outside.
Good on, I think.
Oh. 3's coming late. Might get third.
That's exactly what we said, right? The top 4 probably finish in the top 4. 6, 5, 7, 3.
The 6 was taking a bunch of money late too. Yeah, 7-2. 6, 5, 7.
It really just seems like the pace held together for the moment. The 10 sort of fell at the back of the field, but he was also 30-1.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Thank you very much, Donna. Congratulations. The plan worked perfectly. How proud are you?
Yeah, very proud. Tom gave her a cracking ride.
All right.
He's young.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was Aiden's son, right?
I don't know. I mean, isn't Joseph Aiden's son?
I think that is his
brother.
You're very proud of that, so you've actually stepped it up again.
did. Give it a go. Well,
Yeah, she just thanks very much.
He's the son of Aiden and the brother of Joseph. So
Yeah.
they're both his kids.
they were great training from you, though. So I don't
Well, it was funny because I was saying, I think when you walked away, the lady in yellow, the paddock chick, she was, the guy's like, oh, it looks like you have your eye on someone. She's like, yeah, I do. And went over and talked to him. So, of course, the TVG angle, right?
Yeah. He's born in 98.
Oh, God.
He is young. God, he's like 25.
6'5", 6'7".
Yeah, I mean, it did sort of look like the top four. I just thought the one. I think the pace needed. All the long shots I liked were too far back to land a blow.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us. We'll be live tomorrow when we do our pool party. So I'll actually schedule that so that way you guys know we're gonna go live. We figured I actually wanted to test this stuff out. So thank you, Mark, for being the only person in chat. But we'll end this and let's go get some food.